Miraculous apparition showcase Bologna. It was baby Jesus himself. An unprecedented case is shaking the foundations of Bologna and the entire world Catholic community. Welcome to World of Faith, where we will explore together the fascinating world of miracle and divine prophecy. According to some witnesses, a girl of only 10 years old was the protagonist of a divine apparition of biblical proportions, witnessing a sudden divine manifestation inside a school classroom in the Emilian capital. A supernatural event so extraordinary that it caused the atheist teacher present at the scene to suffer a psychotic collapse. The facts that are bouncing around all the newspapers date back to a few days ago. We are in an elementary school in Bologna, located in a working-class neighborhood on the outskirts. A middle-aged teacher taught here, famous for her militant atheism and her bitter aversion to any form of spirituality and religion. A woman with an icy gaze and a face perpetually contorted in an expression of disgust. This teacher used to target the most religious children, exposing them to real psychological attacks aimed at undermining their faith. That day, however, the target of his sadistic attentions was a 10-year-old girl with a pure soul and a heart overflowing with Christian faith. With a series of witty and pointed questions, the teacher tried to test the little girl's religious beliefs in every way, to the point of openly challenging the very existence of God. It was then that the incredible manifested itself before the eyes of an entire class of terrified students. According to the accounts of dozens of eyewitnesses, after the umpteenth provocation of the teacher, who urged the little girl to call out loud for Jesus to prove his existence, the classroom was enveloped in a blinding flash, similar to a direct light coming from heaven. When the children opened their eyes again, they found themselves facing the apparition of a child wrapped in a pure white cloak, with an aura of sweetness and an age-old wisdom that transcended the centuries. There was no doubt for any of those present. What had materialized before them was baby Jesus himself, whose figure emanated an aura of infinite goodness and an ancient otherworldly wisdom that reached even the deepest folds of their innocent hearts. On his head was clearly visible a golden crown of thorns. His eyes were filled with boundless love. The teacher's reaction to what his own eyes were seeing was one of pure terror. Before we go any further, please subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Make sure you don't miss a moment, because we have an important question to share with you. Overcome by an evident psychotic shock, the woman fled the school building, leaving behind a trail of desperate screams and moans so blood-curdling that they were heard by several residents of the neighborhood. Admitted as a matter of urgency to the psychiatric ward of a city hospital, the former teacher never fully regained her sanity, continuing to this day to mumble delirious phrases about what her little students had witnessed that day. The shocking episode, supported and confirmed in every detail by the coinciding stories of every single child present in the classroom, has inevitably lit a fire of renewed faith in the heart of the Catholic community of Bologna, reawakening the consciences of a city too long subjugated by a disruptive atheism. The local parish priest immediately thanked heaven for the miracle that the faithful witnessed, assuring that every Mass celebrated will be dedicated to prayers for the soul of the teacher, so that one day she may finally find peace. The supernatural event certainly did not go unnoticed, even by experts throughout Italy. Numerous theologians, religious figures, and researchers have already set to work to examine every little detail of the eyewitness accounts, in a desperate attempt to fully understand the significance of what supposedly happened within the walls of that Bologna school. There are those who have not hesitated to define the apparition as a full-blown miracle. a tangible sign of the existence of the sacred scriptures and of Christ, King of Kings. Others, however, remain more cautious, while admitting that they are faced with a phenomenon that is still inexplicable and certainly worthy of further investigation. Meanwhile, on social networks and in television talk shows, the increasingly heated debate does not subside. On the one hand, there is no shortage of skeptics, convinced that this is yet another colossal setup orchestrated by expert illusionists, or, in the most conspiratorial hypothesis, even by dark powers with shady ulterior motives. However, these commentators are systematically silenced and overwhelmed by the dozens of direct testimonies of the protagonists who, one by one, are coming out into the open to tell their incredible experience, swearing to have witnessed with their own eyes what they believe to be an authentic and undeniable miracle. Regardless of any personal evaluation of the facts, one thing is now certain. The echoes of the apparition of baby Jesus that took place in that school in Bologna have already crossed the borders of Emilia-Romagna, of Italy itself, and perhaps of the entire European continent, becoming the subject of a heated debate on a global scale that sees pious souls and rationalists, believers and unbelievers, confront each other with an intensity not seen since the times of the Crusades. Whether it is yet another irrefutable proof of the existence of an omnipotent and merciful God, or simply the work of a skilled magician, what happened in that Emilian capital will forever remain an event destined to leave a burning mark on the history of humanity as a whole. Did you know that prayer is the best tool we have? For this very reason, I want to invite you to pray with me. Let us close our eyes together and say together, "Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Your kingdom come. Your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Hail, Queen Mother of Mercy. Hail, our life, our sweetness, and our hope. To thee do we cry, we exiled children of Eve. To thee do we sigh, mourning and weeping in this valley of tears. Come then, our advocate, turn your merciful eyes towards us, and show us, after this exile, Jesus, the blessed fruit of your womb. O clement, O pious, O sweet Virgin Mary. And you, what do you think about this incredible story? Write your answer in the comments. I can't wait to read your opinion. If you've come this far, it means you like our content. Why not help us grow even more by subscribing to the channel? And if you liked this video, don't forget to leave us a nice like. It's the best way to let us know that you like our content and that you want to see more. See you in the next video.